Hi, it's Jon Mitchell, Mayor of New Bedford, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update. So a couple of interesting things this week. The big things having to do with the water, let me tell you. So we had an event this week with the Environmental Protection Agency's regional administrator named Alex Dunn, and the person who's in charge of EPA's Superfund program, whose name is Aaron Chancellor, and they came to New Bedford to take a look at the harbor cleanup, which is a big deal for us. Our harbor has been contaminated for decades because of the discharges of PCBs into the harbor by the likes of Aerovox and Cornell Dublier. And now the harbor is being cleaned up rapidly, and so we're able to do some interesting things. They're both industrial as well as recreational. So we've looked at the Riverwalk, which is really starting to move as a project. It's still going to take some time because the EPA is going to be doing cleanup there for a while still, but it's starting to come together, and that will be great, especially for the north end, and allowing people to get down to the water as they have never before had an opportunity to do. And then separately, to activate some of our industrial work and along the waterfront, building piers and other things that will allow us to create more jobs. So all to the good. We have the attention of the EPA. That we're working closely with them to make those things happen. Separately, we had a conference here this week involving some of the offshore wind companies that will be setting up shop here, and we had a good turnout. About 500 people came down to one of the warehouses by the New Bedford Marine Commerce Terminal in the South Terminal area, and we talked about how important it is. I talked about how important it is for New Bedford residents and New Bedford contractors to be hired by these companies, and we promoted our New Bedford Works policy, which is something that we've had in place for a couple of years now to do just that. We want to make sure this opportunity is open first and foremost to New Bedford residents, and we'll continue to press that point very emphatically. The last thing I just want to say today is to congratulate all the high school graduates. We have our two biggest graduations this week at Voc Tech and at the high school, and some over 4,000 students will be, over about 1,000 students between the two schools will be graduating in the next, this week, and I just want to wish them well and their families well, and to congratulate them on this important occasion. Great job. And with all that, this has been the Mayor's Weekly Update. We'll see you next week.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at ready.gov.